Hippocrates radically altered the way medicine is practiced, and his changes are still relevant to this day. Being a physician, he made many contributions to the science of medicine, the most major being his advent of ethical medicine and his claim that disease and in general the human body is rational and logical. Hippocrates was a pioneer in ethical medicine, and prior to him it was virtually non-existent. At his time, most physicians were actually fraudulent people who knew very little about the trade. Hence, in their quest to earn quick money, the phony physicians would routinely harm the patient rather than help them. In order to counteract this, he created the Hippocratic Oath, which obviously bears his name. It outlines how a physician or doctor should properly practice his field. In the oath, Hippocrates explains that physicians must do no harm or injustice to the patients. This is a concept that all modern doctors practice, and it started with Hippocrates. The Hippocratic Oath also exclaims that a physician is not to administer or even suggest the use of any lethal drugs or abortion. In addition, physicians are prohibited from speaking about their patients' medical issues, as it was considered private to the patient. Today, that practice is called the patient-doctor confidentiality. Another major contribution that Hippocrates gave to the field of medicine was the concept that the cause of any disease can be found logically through careful observation and understanding of the human body. Hippocrates did not agree with the common view that the cause of disease was divine or supernatural. He thought that disease is caused by imbalance of four humors: yellow bile, blood, phlegm, and black bile. Although we know now that this is untrue, the basic understandings that Hippocrates had still hold firm. People need a balanced diet, which is one of the many treatments that Hippocrates suggested to his patients, giving them lots of citrus fruits to add vitamin C to their diets. He knew that the importance of a person's diet held in relation to the health. Living in Kos for most of his life, Hippocrates founded a medical school there, and taught his students that medicine is not philosophy, and therefore it must be practiced on a case-by-case basis, rather than simply the execution of procedural steps. He wrote down many books such as On Regimen in Acute Diseases, where he put down some guidelines on how doctors should act when certain symptoms are discovered. The major message of Hippocrates in his writings was that observation of the body as a basis for medical knowledge. Prayers and sacrifices to the gods do not hold any place in diseases or medicine, but changes in diet, beneficial drugs, and keeping the body in balance are key. Hippocrates also advocated clinical observations, diagnosis, and prognosis, and argued that specific diseases come from the same specific causes. His methodology relied on the physical examination of the patient and the fact that understanding comes through observation.